Marcel.
That's crazy.
She likened being an NFL player to a slave.
Yes.
So, and she, as if like she got them down and out, like they're on the ropes now.
Yeah.
So I wonder how
Bunch of millionaires just down and out, dog.
What's good? Oh, that was terrible. What's good, family? How y'all doing out here, bruh? Y'all living a marvelous life. Y'all out here living lavish. I'm not. I just want to know if y'all are. But we are here with another playback video. I shouldn't say adults. Athletes are modern slaves. So, let's get right into it, y'all. Let's not even hold.
Back.
Waste no time.
Back. We here with another video, another banger. Trying to figure out, is stripping a more respectable job than being an athlete?
We'll go back to actually understanding what the artist is saying. Being their
Lyrics.
substance of what
Lyrics.
the lyrical.
Yeah.
I mean, they're lyrical. I still can't understand the shit.
What does WAP stand for?
What does WAP stand for?
Wet ass.
That's what you making songs about the lyrics and stuff.
What's wrong with that?
Come on, man.
Nothing.
If you're blessed with it, why can't you talk about it?
It's a.
Why can't women own their sexuality? Why do y'all have such a problem? You want to own their sexuality, but you don't want women to own their sexuality. And that is the problem. Well, how about this? But you don't want women to own their sexuality.
He up to no good. He on Black Forces. Okay, they all got some. Bruh, Ocho got the basic fit on with the. What are those? Those look like SBs. He on Black Forces. He up to no good.
And that is the problem.
In middle school, I got the same
Well, how
pair
about
from
this?
Ross.
NFL is modern day slavery. Make yourself better than a stripper.
Whoa! Whoa! Who is that? Who is she?
Weekend.
Why is she so aggressive?
I don't know. That was so aggressive. That was such an aggressive shift.
How many strippers out here getting paid bare minimum $500K just to step on a field? How many strippers out here at most getting paid $500 million to step on the field? How many strippers out here got endorsement deals from Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, etc.? How many strippers out here got? I don't know what else to put in there. But point is, strippers aren't doing as much stuff as NFL's players. So you can't really put them on the same pedestal. But modern day slavery, I can see what she mean by that. Because how do I put this? You're playing for the white owners. That's all I can say.
It makes no sense.
What
bro.
did he say to prompt her to? Hold on.
How about this? How this, right?
I actually know. What did they say to get? What did they say to prompt her to say
All
that?
they said was, "What is WAP?" And then she said, "Wet ass pussy." And they were like, and they start snickering and laughing about it. Somebody make a song like that. Then she got upset, like, "Why can't women just talk about their sexuality?"
They can.
Y'all see, that's the problem.
They do.
That's the problem, though. The fact that
Stella.
she said, "Make yourself better than a stripper," is wild.
It's
Okay.
wild.
She made the point though, Marcel.
That's crazy.
She likened being an NFL player to a slave.
Yes.
So, and she, as if like she got them down and out, like they're on the ropes now.
Yeah.
So I wonder how.
Bunch of millionaires just down and out, dog.
Modern day slavery. Modern day slavery.
Stephen
What was the
Stephen
slave?
Ross-
What was the
Stephen
slave
Ross-
salary cap? What was the slave
Stephen
salary?
Ross-
Slaves is out here making $3 million. Slaves is out here making $3 million.
Oh man, what was the soft cap for slaves?
Yeah, what
back
was
in the
that cap? What was Master's cap on how many slaves he could own? What was the draft picks like back then, huh?
With the top slaves having no trade clause?
Yeah.
What a crazy comparison to make. What the fuck? Oh my
my
god.
goodness.
Sometimes when someone says something extreme, your rebuttal has to be
Just as extreme.
but in the opposite direction.
Yes.
Facts.
So he made a good point.
owned
He
your
owned
ass.
me, and he paid me millions.
And how does
Paid
it
me
feel?
millions.
And how does it feel?
Paid me millions.
And slaves got
And
paid
became
too.
famous.
And slaves got paid too.
Slaves got paid.
Slaves got paid
What
too.
did they pay with?
With housing.
stop, bro. I can't.
She tweaked. Got. Lo got the got. Okay, I'm sorry. That was uncalled. But she said they got paid. Oh, Lord. With housing and food and backlash. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it is funny because it's like, it's kind of like, why would you say that?
She's at a point. I'm so sorry, I can't. She's at a point right now where she just wants to be right. She doesn't care about anything that she's saying.
Definitely.
The audacity of someone saying that not only slaves got paid, and then he asked, with what? Housing. They got paid with housing. The fact that I have to say this in 2021 is crazy. But I guess I do. Guys, it wasn't voluntarily. They were forced. They were forced to do it. That right there in and of itself should be like the metric to determine what it is.
It wasn't like they had a choice and they were like, nah, I'd rather stay in this house and pick this cotton.
Yeah, it's not like they literally, you know,
we got
try
time.
to get to this point of being a slave. This person is a dangerous person to argue with.
Yeah, it is because she just does it for sport.
Yeah.
Like this is the person that'd be great on a debate team in high school. She
Probably
argues-
not, because you would lose. Because if those are your points, you're
Nah,
losing
but
every debate.
she would make any point work no matter how much merit it has.
Nah,
Like she
I
would
don't
argue
think
it.
so. I don't think so.
She's not convincing nobody.
No, she's
But
not.
she's arguing with belief right now.
Yes.
She believes it.
With housing,
and a
with
shattered
housing,
essay. What are you talking about?
you didn't own your career.
I didn't know my
I don't think
career.
any football player does.
I own mine. I didn't follow any
Most
rules.
definitely.
What that means?
That's what I
though?
was gonna
I
say.
didn't follow the rules.
Did you own it?
Yes. You paid fines. You paid over
Were they
$5
able?
million
Were
in
they
fines in your
Great
career?
question. Were they able to control me?
Did
I mean,
I
they
follow
took your
any
money. Rules. Were they able to
No, they
control me?
didn't.
Is
she
Brandon
did.
Marshall just arguing for sport here? What's going on?
Yeah, everybody's just arguing for sport. The fact that we're
The only person that wasn't, it was Chad Ochocinco, because he was not controlled. If you go back and look at any of his controversial highlights or anything, that man was a loose cannon, and they could not stop him. They didn't care what he did. He best example, he drew on a yellow trench coat, Hall of Fame, and what was I talking about? Oh, he drew on the yellow trench coat, Hall of Fame, and he wore it around the stadium after he caught, I think, like 3 touchdowns in the game or something like that. And he still hasn't been inducted. No, he still hasn't been inducted to the Hall of Fame. Just proves his point. That's the only person I say actually ever controlled his career.
been acting like this is a legitimate argument. Bro, by the logic of what she's saying, it don't matter how many rules you disobeyed, you still were a slave. Because when slaves disobeyed, there were repercussions behind it. So fines or lashings, it's all the same thing.
But-
by this logic,
That's actually not even the.
but let me
Well,
let me not.
You know, like 15 things, all like you need to say them all at once. This makes no sense in so many different
So
fucking
many different
directions,
ways,
bro.
bro.
When you make money, like if you're an entrepreneur, you got clients, you got accounts receivable, right? Like here on YouTube, there's advertisers, so you have to wait for the advertisers to pay you. No matter what industry you're coming from, you gotta have clients
Somebody's
or
paying
advertisers. Someone's paying you.
Yes.
So that means you're a slave to that person now.
Facts.
Everybody gets their money from somewhere except the government. They be printing that bitch. So unless you are the Fed, then you get your money from somewhere. Does not make you a slave.
Facts.
Stop it.
Facts.
Whatever business she has or whichever company she works for, is she a slave to that company?
That's what it sounds like.
That's such a weird piece of logic where if you just applied it to literally anything else, it wouldn't make sense. What are we talking about, bro?
What are we
No matter
talking
what kind
about,
of
bro?
money you make,
What are
you
we
get paid from
talking
somewhere or
about?
somebody. So then, hold on now. Just because I have to wait to get my checks from YouTube and sponsors, hold on, that will make me too different than the slaves hundreds of years ago. Is the dumbest logic in history.
But what she's going even further by saying is that strippers aren't slaves, though.
Why don't you say that?
And she said strippers make yourself better than a stripper.
Oh.
So
I didn't pay for the money.
every worker at a store is
take-
owned by the owner because they get a salary to work at that store. The people that work at this restaurant, they're owned by the owner of the restaurant because they get a salary to be in the store.
There's-
NFL teams, you have a salary.
There's
to
much
play
more
football.
regulation. That's what I'm saying, is that your
So
checks are
the
different
Publix
than
workers and the Walgreens workers are owned.
No, because
They
guess
get a
what?
check. They get a check and do a job.
Because if you work at Walgreens, you can post whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. That's different. You didn't.
She's so stupid.
God
She's
damn.
literally
God.
just arguing just to argue, and she knows how dumb it is because he's already cornered you. We're a minute removed from where we were already.
You know-
and she's already cornered, and she can't even fathom how dumb she sounds. So she should keep trying to pivot and move the goalpost to try to make a point. People like this are the worst people to argue with.
Bro, it's worse people that you can have around you, bro.
She's just trying her hardest just to be right for the sport of just being right.
The reason why is because they're in entertainment. Slaves were not in entertainment. When you're in entertainment, there's such thing as, what's the word? It's having conflicts of interest. You know what I'm saying? If, for example, Peer to Peer was sponsored by HBO Max, but I'm sitting here talking about Netflix, that's a serious conflict of interest to the brands that we support and support us. So I would place a limitation on me and Lo to not promo Netflix as to support HBO Max.
True.
That limitation, so recognizing that limitation without then recognizing the freedom that the millions of dollars being in the
Exactly.
NFL would allow you is so beyond dumb. It makes me lose brain cells listening.
Because woke people don't even know how much of a disservice they're doing to their own ancestors. The fact that you would dare even compare being a slave to a football player.
That being paid millions of dollars to do what I hope, presume they'd love.
They not only love, but voluntarily did. They
And at any
signed up
point, they could leave.
any point.
Bro, honestly, you could leave.
True.
You know who couldn't do that, Lo?
Slaves.
Have that right. And you don't have the right to judge someone else for how they make money off of their body. You make money off of your body.
That is true.
And professional athletes and strippers, same thing.
Why are you looking down on them?
I'm asking you a question. You can't keep just changing and asking question
I
after
don't-
question. If you take money from a superior, you're owned. If you believe that,
To some
it's
extent.
ridiculous.
To some
okay,
extent.
well,
To
that's
some extent.
That's
To
different.
some extent. To some extent. Okay.
Bro, it's already been too much. So then she just brought in the fold. Strippers and athletes are the same. You're making money with your body, and they're making money with theirs. So they're the exact same.
First of all, why are we even talking about strippers? This just came out of
you
nowhere. This
talking
has
about,
nothing
bro?
to do with the topic.
No,
at all.
she said in the beginning.
I know, but
about,
WAP has
bro.
nothing to do with strippers. You don't have to be
No,
a stripper.
she said WAP correlates to women empowerment. Men don't like women empowerment. So since you don't like that, that means you also don't like strippers. But strippers are actually better than you because strippers aren't owned by anybody.
But they are.
They quite literally are.
That's what I'm
Quite
saying.
literally are.
By the same metrics you applied on these guys.
Technologies that we think. If I'm
Absolutely.
getting paid to do a job, it's my profession.
Facts.
Profession.
And they're getting paid to do their
Profession.
job. So why
and
is
it's
it, why
not a
is it not their
respectable
profession?
job.
It is.
Come on now.
Why is it irrespectable? Because you have a problem with women owning their sexuality. Just admit it.
Owning their
It makes you
sexuality.
uncomfortable.
All right, so
It
here-
makes you uncomfortable.
So no, this is really good discussion.
No, it's not! What the fuck are you talking about?
Nah,
This
nigga,
is awful
it's
discussion.
not.
This is the
This
worst
is
discussion.
One of the worst topics y'all ever had on this fucking platform. It's actually not a good discussion, nigga. It's actually a really good discussion if you really think about it. Really get into the nitty gritty of all this shit. Nigga, first of all right, this is why it's not respectable. If you are a stripper, essentially, there's no actual. Well, I take that back because there are some strippers who actually have to be in shape, et cetera, et cetera.
No, they all had to be in shape.
Not all.
No, but if you, I'm not going to one of them. Just being safe, dog.
But essentially, when it comes to stripping, you're making your money based off of how your body looks.
True.
The other people are making money off of how their body
body
can
works.
perform.
Pause.
So to put that into
That's
logic,
the difference.
like most women can learn how to strip.
Yes.
Very true.
Most men are not going to be in the NFL.
Very else true.
So all of that to say,
Terrible.
his opinion on strippers being less morally correct is irrelevant to women owning their sexuality. It's irrelevant. He hasn't even spoken on women owning their sexuality at all. He hasn't even said nothing about it.
Literally zero.
The funny part is in his exploration for like his truth, and he's asking questions. He's been
Yeah.
asking a lot of questions so far in this video.
Yeah.
But her response to his questions has been hostile.
Very.
And maybe she feels like it's because his questions are presumptuous in nature. as in like he's not even really looking for the answer. He's looking to make a point. But in reality, that's projection because that's exactly
That's
what she's doing.
Everything she's doing is trying to get to a point.
Hey, I actually watched this podcast. I'm telling you right now, based on the level of combo y'all usually have up here, it's one of my favorite podcasts. This one qualifies as the bottom 1%.
This is
on the
not
bottom.
a good topic to talk about. Don't fucking gas it. This is getting good, guys. That's such a good conversation. Really, this is what we really need to start talking about. And I'm an athlete. Really get into the crux and crevices of what's going
You know
on
what's
in
funny?
the world.
In the name of women empowerment, these individuals on the I Am Athlete podcast literally created a podcast for their wives, I believe, or significant others.
Something like that.
And even though it doesn't perform as well, they believe in their abilities, so they continue to support it. That is by definition using their platform they created in the NFL, and now this one of the biggest podcasts to uplift other women.
Steak house bruschetta. So it's like a ribeye on top of a bruschetta.
Make me hungry.
With
Steak look undercooked,
Et cetera, because there's a lot going on. We got football, we got COVID-19. What's your procedure? What's your policy? How do you approach that? And then you also have this dynamic of racial tension. I strongly believe, like, black man gets shot, black football player don't play, because the NBA set the precedent. So there's like 3 things that I'm following here. So, but I'm curious to see, like, you know, what you guys are excited about.
That's the most complicated topic in history. Brian Marshall. This topic is like
complicated. Pandemic, racism, inequality. Figure it out, dog. Right now. Answer all 3 of those right now. Chat. Ocho Cinco was like, God damn.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even know what Brandon Marshall said. I just was waiting for them to explain it because they low key like dumb it down. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? But
And I'm about the president, nigga. Fuck. God damn, nigga.
What is the answer to this?
You guys aren't excited about no fans in the stand, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm excited about the game in general. Obviously, Dolphin fan, Bengals.
yo, they're goofy, bro.
I promise I love this podcast, bro. I promise, but that's a crazy question. Bro, what was that?
That's a crazy answer. Nigga said, see, I love the game of football.
Oh, man.
That nigga brought up like legit worldwide problems.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I just love the game of football.
Oh.
Excited about Burrow. Hoping that the culture shifts in Cincinnati. Fan of the Dolphins. Not sure how Fitzpatrick will do. You know, he's an up and down player. Excited about Tua.
Nigga
I can't tell you shit.
Nigga went straight to the football topic. All that pandemic shit. All that racism shit. We leave that shit for the birds, dog. I leave that to the commish.
He said the commish.
I can't hit again to the nitty gritty. X and O's guy here, dog.
X and O's guy here.
That
Low
was
is
an ad
stupid.
workout for me right now.
Yeah, so I can't.
That was a crazy video. Hey, y'all want to see another crazy video, man? Click this one right here.
I actually reacted to that video. So please, if you like this video, make sure you go like the original video, and then, well, before you go like the original video, since you're already watching this, like this video, then go like the original video. Then if you have time, watch that video, then watch my reaction to that video. I know it's complicated, but yeah. Also, please make sure you smash that subscribe button. Also, make sure y'all turn on y'all post notifications so you get updated every time that I post. Road to 100 subs, bro. Come on. I would like y'all to be on the road with me. You feel me? We just cruising out. Just cruising. That's all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.